tell, like,
Right.
their Super Bowl won't have that many people, but it's pretty big.
Yep.
And this site's just like, this is like a public like TV station, and if you guys go to it, and I'm saying this also because they're thinking about shutting down their esports division,
No.
which would suck because this actually has Tasteless on it.
No.
He actually does Brood War on this
no.
with another one of these guys. So if you go here and just search, you can find him talking and reviewing current games and stuff. So you should
Brood
tell
War's
them
still
not
huge.
to get rid of it. Yeah, and Brood War, a 10-year-old game that looks not so good.
Actually 14.
Yeah, it's so much older now. I keep forgetting that. So am I. So
I feel old every time I talk about it.
yeah, but it's like
For sure.
it's I mean, people like their pro players are like actual superstars. They'll be stopped in the street or they'll be followed in the street. Like Flash, who's a popular Brood War player, was being followed by a group of girls who were just giggling behind him.
Oh my god.
And he was like, "Yeah, it happens."
Day in the life of a StarCraft player in Korea.
Yeah.
They'll just get dragged into an alley and beat up. They'll get mugged. Except MMA. No one does MMA.
And MC, man, I forgot to mention, but in the trivia for MC, he actually went to France and almost got pickpocketed, but he ran after
Yeah.
the pickpocket and got his wallet back.
How long do you think before someone beats up Leenock on the street?
No
Watch him
idea.
be like a terror, man. But speaking of Leenock, I also wanted to talk about like how you know how like in I think we talked about this before, but in case no one watches every single VOD, which I don't blame you, but you should.
I don't.
Hey, supposed to support us.
But you
Come on.
should.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Support your own show.
we talked about how serious it was in Korea, and it's like Michael Phelps was recruited when he was like 10 years old because he looked like a promising swimmer, and he was taken out of school, and he just did that. That's what
He was
Brood
my
War.
neighbor.
That's what people do with Brood War kids. Like they show promise, they take them out of school. Leenock is 15 and he's out of school. His parents say, "Okay, you go ahead and get a career in StarCraft. We'll support you." And that's like, fine. It's like, that's what happens in
Time
Korea,
on,
man.
don't understand me.
We don't. Yeah,
There's
they don't get
StarCraft.
any of that, man. They're like, their parents are
All
like,
you want
yeah,
to do is just
do
like a
it.
panda.
So
Go.
but yeah, in one of the interviews that was being translated, the translator made sure to note that the Korean Brood War person he was translating had better than average uh, talking skills and writing skills because most Brood War players, since they're taken out so early, they talk like children. It's pretty serious over there.
Yeah,
Wow.
kind of ridiculous.
Yep,
Well, what happens when they have to do their mandatory service?
they go there.
Talk
about
like
it?
children?
What?
Okay,
Oh.
like
Bang,
children.
bang, bang.
Like,
I don't think
Like,
like they
good
talk
job with
like
metal.
children,
Sir,
like
yes,
hey,
sir.
bang bang. No,
Sir.
I think more like
They all sound to be
Simple.
brains.
I think more like they're just not very articulate or
Ooh, ooh.
Where's my
settle
stim pack?
dispute
by StarCraft. Where's my stim pack?
I didn't know Nada was chased by a crazed fan last year. Nada's also really popular in Brood War, so that kind of explains it too.
I guess we can move on and
No, we can't move
to
on. Nada. You can't move on from Nada.
our last thing for the day, for questions at least, is how StarCraft is always changing. Ooh. Those pesky patches.
Phoenix Range patch.
No, we're not talking about any specific
well,
patches. I
We're
swear
not,
to
we're
God.
not, we're not
Those
talking
nerfs.
specifics. We're just
Flux
talking about
veins.
how
Go Flux Veins.
we're going to talk about how the game is constantly evolving, and
Around pro players.
you need to be prepared for changes in the game because there will be patches in the future or expansions because there's expansion coming up, and I feel like
There's another one after that.
yes,
Yeah.
I feel like we'll need to cover that at some point. That there's indeed an expansion soon.
Yeah, so just the idea that
Neat.
like it doesn't Blizzard never revolves it around Bronze League players pretty much. So
Or
don't
anyone
feel too
who doesn't make
bad. They revolve it around Grandmaster professional players and that balance. So when you hear about patch notes and you're not like serious about this game, you really don't even have to care. It will not affect your play at all. Even like
Right.
diamond level, it really doesn't affect your play. But it's still an idea. Like when you see patch notes and you're like, they still change the game. Yeah, they do. They still changed to Warcraft too. And that game was really old.
The
And,
thing I'd like to say is with any like patches that come up, I feel like if you're not at the top or near the top, like masters to top masters and grandmaster, you shouldn't really complain too much about patches. So, I mean,
Everyone does though.
I know people will, but I mean, it's like in your best interest to not really complain about a patch and stuff like that, because I mean,
yeah.
you're
It's
not
not going to change anything.
But just
you're not going to see that huge of a difference in your own play.
to know what it means when they say they're gonna patch something, or why everyone is suddenly like flaming, and you're like, what the hell happened? It's just a patch. Don't even worry about it. Yeah, we'll cover that in questions next, because he just made a point, but I don't want to get off too hard.
Yeah.
But and the expansions were also good points. So you will get new units. Like don't be like, yes, I finally got this game down, only to have Heart of the Swarm come out tomorrow, and you're like, God.
No.
Yeah, they're changing the game so constantly to try to keep up with it because...
Yeah.
Such an epic game.
Because
Yeah.
you know, one thing we forgot to mention actually, which I think it's better late than ever, right? But the leagues, it goes bronze, silver, gold, platinum, diamond, masters, and grandmasters, and pretty much it's kind of like the earthquake scale, whatever that's called, the Richter scale. Is that what it is?
That's correct.
Yeah,
Yeah.
too. There's Richter,
Where
which
it's like-
does how much of seismic waves, and there's the other one which does how much building damage it does.
Okay, Will.
No, I was gonna say like when they say like 3.6 and 3.7 earthquakes, and you're like, oh, it's not that big of a deal, and it's actually like times 10. It's not just like 1 point up. It's actually tenfold up. That's pretty much
Huge
what
deal.
leagues are. So
Well, the
bronze
Richter
from
scale,
silver is
3.7 is not a big deal. But...
10 folds up, and then diamond and masters.
Pretty varied. Will,
Mr.
never
Anchorage
forget.
over here. I know something about earthquakes.
No, never forget 2011 DC earthquake.
One chair fell over.
One chair fell over.
I mean, I felt that. I thought a tornado was coming. But anyways.
I thought my cat was shaking my chair, and then I got
I
up
was
and the
on the
whole
beach, and I was like, lol, what? And then there were giant waves, and I was like, alright.
I think
Tsunami.
I can brag about earthquakes.
You live in
'cause
Alaska. You can brag about
Yeah.
everything. Man, that polar bear
can't.
bit
You
me
can't brag
yesterday.
about the one.
that polar bear almost got me the other day. Oh, dang it.
Yeah.
Man, we almost died
Go on
because
the
there was a
beach.
blizzard. That's Canada.
Anyways.
Yeah, so
Uh,
that's pretty much it.
I guess we can take questions. I see we kind of have one already.
Yeah, at that point, some
Wait.
patches affect gameplay throughout. All the patches do, but not so you notice it. Like, what bronze through platinum play really does Warp Prism drops?
I do.
Oh!
And what
Hey,
does it
Cole.
really matter
I-
if the shield increases? Because usually at that point, if you're caught, you're dead. You're not like
Yeah.
Yep.
you're not
mean-
multitasking enough to keep them off track. So one Viking doesn't kill your whatever or something.
Yeah.
300 APM right clicking continuously.
Oh, yeah.
Go.
Or the
Yeah,
beacon buff. Nah.
Power players.
I understand how some can change gameplay, but I mean, like, you're not going to see huge changes in your gameplay. Like, if you didn't drop before, you're probably not going to drop that much since the shield increase
Yeah.
happened.
And it only like people
Unless-
only start to do it if they see their favorite players doing it too.
Yeah, like, when Hero started doing it, I all of a sudden started seeing a bunch of people doing it.
Yeah, or,
Yep,
or the
that's how it
Phoenix
goes.
thing. So Genius starts doing the Phoenix to counter Mutalisk, and everyone's like, "Hey, you guys know you can do
Look at
that?"
this.
Like,
Who knew that was possible?
and Blizzard was like, "Oh, come on, guys."
Really?
I'm kind of pro Blizzard, but anyways. But like, I
Like-
mean, not anymore at least. Someone might bring up like the Void Ray patch, which was in the first patch, maybe.
Yeah.
And that was
pretty
like-
Flux
gameplay
veins.
That was
Oh, flux veins.
I guess that and the amulet were pretty gameplay changing, but
Oh, yeah.
Those were.
Oh, Amulet was so nice.
But not anymore. Like, there's not going to be
There
any
haven't-
patches that take away
yeah.
fungal growth.
there haven't really been any huge changes
I
that will
think
change
the big
all
one was that
levels.
neural parasite doesn't affect massive anymore.
I don't.
And then they took
No,
away
parasite don't affect massive.
No, they don't.
Yeah.
But like that only happens if you were
Darn
actually
it.
neuroparasiting stuff, and no one was doing that in Undermasters. Because that requires
Yeah.
situational tactics, and it requires a lot of things. Usually people
Come
just
on,
want
that's
to
like
fungal
the only
growth and
thing
get
you
away.
use. It's the only thing
Dying.
you'd use neuroparasite for is like neuroparasite Colossus. That's
Yes.
Yeah, now it's only used on tanks pretty much. So.
Yeah.
Did they take
they-
away massive?
They kill your tanks so quickly
No,
with
they
other
didn't kill
tanks
them,
that it's not even worth it.
Or you see the fancy neural parasite infestor to fungal their own units.
I wish I'd
I've
seen
seen
that.
I've seen that happen before. It's really funny.
It's cheaper just to fungal them with your own.
Well, no. It wastes their energy though.
That's
You
true.
could just snipe it.
With an
With
infestor?
whatever- Anyway.
Infestor gets like
It-
a tiny gun on its head and it's like patoo patoo.
It's really like it sounds really stupid, but at the same time it's just really funny. It's kind of like an insult to them that you're using an infestor to use their infestor to fungal
Man or
their own
fungal
It
thing.
kind
growth.
of reminds me of
Essentially,
transfusing a creep tumor.
I've never seen that happen.
I'm
I
gonna
don't think
show
it
you
ever
that?
does, but like at one point Tastosis was like, they were up in their game, so they were just like talking without really talking,
Oh.
and so they were like, oh man, that creep tumor, you could transfuse it. Wait a minute. You probably won't transfuse it because that would be a bad idea. For those of you who don't know, creep tumor costs 25 energy and a transfuse costs 50, so you're better off just planting it.
Hey,
So-
someone wants that creep tumor really badly.
It's the most
They
important
want
creep
to
tumor of the
live.
game.
It's
Vision.
the hero tumor.
Neurotumors.
Maybe if
Hero
like
probes.
you're blocking an expansion, and if you don't,
Maybe.
no, because even the creep would still be there. Yeah, it's
Well, if you're
useless.
blocking an expansion to the queen all the way over there, I mean, what are you doing?
Long expansion with creep tumor. What?
There's a build,
It
man.
works.
I bet there is.
Get
Yeah, there's always a build.
fast layer with overlords and drop a queen with overlord vomit.
Fast
Creep
layer to
tumor.
deny
Overlord
Gate
vomit.
actually exists. By the
I don't
way.
even know. Someone do it.
Technical term.
Where does all that creep come from? From Overlord.
Star.
It should like empty itself.
That's true.
No, they get
man.
preloaded. Like there's a guy who's sitting there with like a
They
vat
had
of creep.
bad
He's
Chinese
like,
food
alright, here you
that
go.
day. They feed them bad Chinese food and then they just send them out.
I bet they have
stole
like
Protoss warp
sacks. I mean,
technology.
like, ew. Like the ventral sacks. So like actually, when roaches get in there, they're like, ew, it's squishy.
Yeah. Yeah.
And what they do is
They
like they
stole Protoss.
poke their sacks with their claws, and then the creep pours out.
And they ripped themselves out of the Overlord.
Oh,
All I have to say is a perfect gift for this moment would be the what's his face? Ace Ventura when he's coming out of the rhino.
Oh God.
The roach is
Never. Never.
and with that, Community Craft has.
This is my
Oh, yeah.
reaction actually to you right now.
They stole Protoss warp technology so they could constantly funnel creep.
Richard, rest in development.
Anyways,
Hold up.
any more questions?
I'm trying to
Any
find
more
find
questions?
it.
Any questions at all?
Actually, I think the pug gif would be much
Nothing about Overlords.
more suitable for this situation
I'm not
with
going
the
crazy. I'm not like.
no,
I'm
no,
like-
no. Just like, no.
Pugs scare me, man.
Questions. We love questions.
Alright.
I have one.
5,
Yay.
4,
I mean,
3,
You want to say one?
what?
2.
Yeah,
Oh, you have a
Yeah.
question? Okay.
yeah. How can I mothership rush more effectively?
Uh,
Because
With
that's
anything
right,
in
yeah.
space?
I don't get it.
don't. That's how you effectively mothership rush.
I know, it's so much fun.
Hold on. You have to make sure nothing gets into your base and it's not scouted. Once it's scouted, then you're
Oh.
screwed.
I see a cat.
That's about it.
Oh, it left.
Build all my buildings somewhere else.
Actually, just like forge, like your front and around your
Cannon.
nexus. Yeah, well, that's what I meant, cannon. around your
Answering
nexus, so
Travis.
observers can't get in without you noticing either, and then build them on your ship.
They never
Bill
flying through your